89.3 FM ọlọ́run gbọ́ gbogbo ń tẹ́ fẹ́ ojú kan ló wà.
èmi lọ́lọ́pẹ́ ní ètò tí ó máa wáyé ní ìkànnì yìí West Radio 89.3 FM ní déédéé agogo 4 sí agogo 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ gbogbo ọjọ́ ìsinmi. Abala méjì ni ó kalẹ̀ kà sórí ètò yìí. Abala àkọ́kọ́ ta ni ọlọ́pẹ́ níbi tá a ti máa gba àlejò àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n mọra wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọlọ́pẹ́. Abala kejì òun náà ni abala ọ̀rọ̀ àṣẹ níbi tá a ti máa gba àlejò àwọn ikọ̀ àti ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó yẹ pé Ọlọ́run fún ní àṣẹ ní déédéé agogo 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọmọ yín ọ̀rẹ́ yín Sunday ọmọ Afọlábí. Nínú ọdún yìí èmi àti ìwọ a ó jọ gbégbá ọpẹ́ ẹ̀já jọ gbọ́.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Hey there! Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
The time is 8 a.m. from Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Láti ìkànnì kọ̀ǹga gbọ́nmágbé 89.3 FM gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́ ní aago 8 àárọ̀ lù.
Good morning once again for keeping it locked on West Radio 89.3 FM. You are dialing #1 radio station, family radio station in the whole of Oyo State and even beyond. Welcome to Roundtable, reaching you from your preferred wholesome radio, West Radio 89.3 FM, located in Oluyole State, Alaafin Avenue. This morning on Roundtable, we have a lot on the table, and you are invited to be part of the table this morning from your dialing #1 family radio station, your preferred wholesome radio. Our core value remains to be the preferred channel through wholesome program for holistic living, and our mission is connecting and impacting our world through inspired content for purpose realization and fulfillment. Our core values remain unshakable: godliness, integrity, excellence, creativity, professionalism, teamwork, and accountability. We are accountable to Oyo people, and we love Oyo people because Oyo people love us. Welcome to Roundtable this morning, reaching you from Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In case you're an advertiser and you have something to sell, something you want, you know that Oyo people will buy, a service, a product, Wells Radio 89.3 FM is their best bet because we cover the whole state like umbrella, and even all the big towns around Oyo, we cover them. Our reach is very wide, and that's why we are called #1 family radio station, because if you want to connect to your people, it must be through Wells Radio 89.3 FM. I'm Chukwuemeka Munachiso, your host this morning on Roundtable. Welcome to Roundtable once again. I'll be right back after this. Oh yes, I'm glad to know that you are still out there listening to Wells Radio. Our dear listener, we love you from this side of the studio. You are very, very dear to us. Without you, there's nothing we are doing here. So we love our listener, and we thank you for keeping it locked on Wells Radio all the time. Every Saturday, by the special grace of God, by 8 o'clock, we're always here on Roundtable. What do we do on the table? We bring so many things on the table. We have a lot this morning. Thank God for what happened in Ibadan yesterday. The coronation that went successfully well. We thank God for His mercy. Ibadan hosted a lot of dignitaries around the country, and I think even beyond. And everything went on smoothly. We thank God for everything. I used to tell people that many people are praying for Oyo State and Ibadan especially. And we are beginning to see the fruit of that prayer. Because if you look at Ibadan, I remember those days where all of a sudden you will hear parents running to school to go and take their children because some people have gone gaga with the machete, breaking people's head on the street. We don't get to hear those things again. We thank God for His mercy. We thank God for those who pray for this city. I remember those days also where at times in Iwo Road, you don't know what is happening. You begin to see people carrying green leaves on their vehicle, heads broken, limbs broken, children running helter-skelter, but we don't get to hear those things again. No wonder Oyo State clinched the first position, the best state to live in Nigeria of today. And we thank God for His mercy. We give kudos to God because it is God that make it possible, not even our human effort. We thank God for everything. And all the residents of this state, we thank you as well, because without you being law-abiding, some of these things we are celebrating today will not happen. Thank God again for all hail King Ladoja. His Imperial Majesty, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja. We are going to talk about him this morning because something great happened in Ibadan. Something great happened in a great city, and we cannot go without talking about these things. And this morning, once again, 20 governors borrowed 458 billion amid rising debts. No fewer than 20 states of the Federation borrowed about 458 billion in the first half of 2025. Findings by newsmen revealed this comes against the backdrop of a soaring external debt servicing burden gripping state governments. And I remember this week, the member representing Panshi Kanke Kanam in Plateau State, Yusuf Adamu Gadi, said that a state that took 4 billion monthly when there was subsidy now takes between 10 billion, 12 billion, 14 billion And why are they still borrowing? Why are state governors still borrowing when before the removal of fuel subsidy you were getting 4 billion, but now you are getting 14 billion? What are you borrowing money for again? And again this morning we are going to look at our elected office holders and over-bloated aides. The people, somebody and one honorable, he has 64 aides comprising special advisors, senior special assistants, and ward liaison offices. Special, everything special. Are the aides appointed for political patronage? Do they not take a significant portion of government budgets? That's the question this morning. And why do we retain a large retinue of political aides in the face of financial strain bedeviling the country right now? That's one thing. Benga Mario is here, and Olaleke Osanisi is here with me on the table this morning. And you, our listener, you are there also, because we bank on you to call when we open the phone lines for you to tell us your views on some of these matters, especially the ones that resonate with you. And there's one disturbing trend. There is a new wave of psychoactive substance in the street. They call it suck and die. When are we going to come out of all this? Suck and die. Imagine the name. Suck and die. And our youths are getting hooked on this deadly cocktail of drugs that go with strange names, scary names. Suck and die. Another one is they call it gelato. And there's one they call madman. All are drugs. And our youths are hooked on this. Where do we go from here? Let me pick this call. We are coming. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is George. I'm calling you from Ologwe.
You are welcome, Comrade George. Can we have your take, George?
I overheard one of the speakers there saying that in South there are roads or
no.
development.
No, it's not from this. It's not from this end, Comrade George. We have not said any. No, it's not from here. We have not said anything this morning about South.
Okay.
It's not from.
I'm talking about this government not using whatever they borrow to do anything.
Okay, this is Wells Radio 89.3 FM. This is Roundtable, George.
The light don't go.
The light don't go, George.
They are not using the money to do anything, because I just came back from home and I saw what we suffered on the road.
Okay.
There is no development. You cannot move after Ore. You cannot move straight on to Benin. The same thing from Benin to Warri.
Okay, that's what George just came back.
So that is just it.
Okay.
Every road there is bad.
Okay.
We're passing through the old roads.
Okay. Thank you, Comrade George. George just came back from home, and he's telling us what he saw on the road. The roads are bad. Governors are not doing anything with the money. You know, we are talking about suck and die. There's another one called Rubber Solution, Dead Man, and Gelato. Where do we start from, Mr. Sang? I think we have to start from the good. The good is all hail King Ladoja. Let's start from the good. All hail King Ladoja. Olaleke Osani, you know a lot about the king, His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja.
Arusha, the first.
the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan. Yes. Let's start from there.
Yesterday was a great day in the history of Ibadan.
Okay.
We had our new king crowned and presented with the staff of office and other instruments of office.
Okay.
It's a journey that started sometime in the 80s when he became the Magaji of his compound, somewhere very close to Ojaoba.
Okay.
But the journey to becoming the Olubadan proper started in 1993 when he became the Jagun of Ibadan land.
The Jagun?
Jagun, yes. Okay. There are so very many Magajis. Some of them are not even interested in going for the Olubadan throne.
Okay,
they just want to remain the head of their respective
families, the Mogajis.
Yes, the day you say you want to throw your hat into the ring is the day you become the Jagun.
Okay.
At that point, they elevate you from Mogaji.
Okay, to Jagun.
Yes, at that particular point, you are now on the queue.
Okay.
Towards becoming the Olubadan.
Okay.
And he said something instructive yesterday. He said 2 people prayed for him. That unfortunately, those 2 people are no longer around. But he believes that their prayers helped him to get to where he is today.
Okay. Did he mention the people that prayed for him?
Yes, and I would most certainly talk about that.
Okay.
He said the first person is MKO Abiola.
Okay.
That they prayed for him, that the forces are going to be with him, that the stars are going to align for his own sake.
Okay.
And the stars aligned yesterday. The second person is the late Alhaji Lamidi
Adedibu.
Yes.
Prayed for him.
Yes.
Okay. We are going to talk about his what happened between him and Adedibu.
Many people do not understand that Adedibu and the current king are like father and son.
Okay.
When they had issues, it was a very, very strong problem then, but it was a family affair badly managed. When the current monarch became senator, it didn't happen behind the back of Adedibu.
Okay.
Adedibu was the one who managed everything. Even his governorship was still handled by Adedibu. But along the line, they fell out of each other's favor.
They fell apart.
And things degenerated. He said that when he wanted to become Jagun, it was Alhaji Adedibu who helped him to navigate the process. Jagun is like, when you are the Magaji, you are just the head of your family. Nobody knows you.
Nobody knows you.
The moment you become Jagun,
you are known.
You are known because at that particular point, you begin to count the steps towards becoming the Olubadan.
Okay.
And it's always very, 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 very tricky and rowdy when you want to do the process of becoming Jagun. Okay. You must know somebody who knows people. Not somebody who knows somebody who knows people. So he rode on the back of Alhaji Adedibu to become Jagun.
Okay.
And he said Alhaji Adedibu prayed for him that for as long as there is life, you are going to become Olubadan. Okay. And it happened yesterday. Okay. Another thing, he didn't mention this yesterday, but one of his predecessors, not too long ago, Amaje, the one at Popo, he was still alive then as the king of Ibadan. The current monarch was 4 steps away from becoming Olubadan.
Okay.
And he said that the current Olubadan should not worry, the Ladoja should not worry, that he is speaking prophetically that he will become Olubadan. That is something you can hardly see. No reigning monarch. We will pray that somebody born will occupy the throne he's currently on. And this man made that prayer. And that prayer came to
pass
yesterday.
And he came to pass.
That is instructive.
Bengamadu, you live in Ibadan.
Yes.
How did you describe what happened yesterday in Ibadan when Ibadan hosted who is who, the mighty in the land?
Well, like you said,
gathered for His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja.
Well, like you said in your opening speech, you said all hail King Ladoja.
Yes.
King Ladoja is a personality that everybody in Ibadan adore. And Ibadan went agog yesterday just because, even in the history of Obaship in Ibadan, you can see there has never been a kind of home welcoming that we saw yesterday. The rousey, the merriment yesterday that we witnessed yesterday. It was only the time of His Imperial Majesty Oba Adewolu Ladoja that we witnessed a sitting president coming to grace the occasion of a coronation. And you can see so many people many people came all the way from diaspora, from the various countries yesterday just to witness the coronation yesterday, and it was all successful. And Oba Ladoja is someone that everybody really loved. People really love, and they give him his own his own honor. And one of the reasons that we can attest to that was when he was the governor of Oyo State. Then so many teachers, because he was friendly to teachers and all other
civil
servants.
Okay.
But mostly teachers. It was during his own time that most people bought cars. And you see them, so some of those teachers, they will put learner L on the to signify that they are learner. So they bought cars, and he was one of the governors that ensures that their entitlement was given to them as a when due, and that was what Seyi Makinde even is building on presently. That was the reason why you see Seyi Makinde paying the civil servants at every 25th of every month. So Ladoja is someone that is loved by people. Ladoja is someone that Oba Ladoja. I must always put that. Oba Ladoja I must give him his due. So Oba Ladoja is someone that is down to earth. Most people loved him, and you can even see yesterday. I watched it live at home yesterday, and I learned to the extent that some people, an individual, gave Baba three good vehicles. I don't want to mention the name of the vehicles.
No, mention the name now. Why do you?
Somebody give Baba Range Rover. Somebody gave him, I think, Bentley, the one that is being used by currently used by Davido, that he bought some couple of months ago. And another, I forgot the name of the third vehicle. And that's to tell you that if he had not touched lives, nobody would have come down to give him such a gift. So in conclusion, I pray for Oba Ladoja that his tenure will be peaceful and that God will guide him in all his dealings in Oyo State and Nigeria at large. Okay,
there is something I so much admire about Oba, His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja. Simplicity. It's not loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I want to butt in that. When he was the governor, I've never, he was the only governor that I always seen him dressing in the simplest form. He's always put on his Ankara. You cannot never see him in any other attire. You can see he's promoting our culture. When he was the governor, even if he travels abroad, you always see him in his Ankara attire. That's to tell you that he's such a man that that lives is one of this. He lives a simple life. Yes, he's not a man that a man that will tell you his what. Somebody I was reading in the course of the week, and they were interviewing him, and they were trying to ask him what does he what his total what, and he smiled. And he didn't come out with the particular figure. But if you know him, you know that it is a man that is made of gold. Yes. And the numbers to call for you to tell us one or few things you know about His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja this morning are 0916-893-1000, 0916-893-1000, 0915-334-893, 0911-333-893. These are the numbers for you to call this morning to join us on the table, and let's hear you talk about some of the things we have on the table this morning. Olaleko Sani, I said something about the simplicity of the man. I remember when I was writing for a particular magazine, and I had cause to go and interview him in his Bodija home. Yes. You see, though the interview couldn't hold because of the AIDS. Some of them were, overzealous AIDS, and the fact that I'm not too good in Yoruba language. They thought maybe, but looking at the environment, you see simplicity. I say, this is where this man is living. You understand? It's not loud at all. I love such men and such women who. They are made of gold like Begamari just said, but you will never see it on them. There are a lot of people, small change in their pocket, nobody will hear anything again. The noise will be louder but this man is so simple. So when I got today, I was even doubting whether he was the one living there until somebody told me, that's his house. You understand? That's his house. That's his house. On those streets, Bodija. Yes. I was thrilled. I said, look, you still have such men like this in this country who we stay in this simple place and even among the people, and yet he is a businessman and a politician. He was born in Gambari village, September 25th, 1944. So he clocked 81. How many days ago? And 2 days ago, and the second day he was crowned. Yes, that's a very good one. And a chemical engineer by profession. He studied in Belgium. And he worked with Total Nigeria for 13 years. Yes. He has interest in shipping, manufacturing, banking, agriculture, and transportation. Olaleko, can you tell us actually what happened between him and the strong man of Ibadan politics? And I remember April, was it August? No, August
2004. That was when Ibadan was. There was a rumble in the jungle.
Was it 04? I think it
Yeah,
was
2004. 2004, August.
It's a history that most Ibadan people, in fact, most of the people won't want to remember anymore. But we are not going to shy away from saying
what
things
happened.
we can
Yes,
say that do not upset the peace of the society. Is political benefactor then somebody who is no more said in public then that the governor was receiving 65 million naira in the name of security vote per month, and that being who he is or was, he deserved at least a quarter of that.
Okay.
The then governor said no, that there are channels through which you have to spend security votes. I have been saying it and I continue to say it. There is nothing like security vote. In our books, in the laws of our country, there is nothing called security vote.
But it is in practice.
Anybody who wishes to challenge me can phone in right now. You will never find it in the Constitution, Electoral Act, anywhere. You won't find it there. But our politicians have been dipping their hands into public funds, removing many
security votes,
which in my opinion is illegal. It is criminal. And Baba said, the late Baba said, if you are doing this thing, then we must share
together
in these largesse, that we must share these largesse together. And the governor said no. And before we knew what was happening, everything degenerated. There were various camps, and unfortunately for the governor then, the other side of the divide connected with Abuja. And Abuja was in
support of Baba.
Yes, on the idea of impeaching the former governor then. And it happened. Luckily for the then governor, then there was a viable judiciary in the country. And the Supreme Court said then that he was not duly impeached. And for that reason, he should return to office.
He came back.
That was after 11 months.
It was reinstated December 2006.
Yes, when it was just a couple of months to the next general election. He didn't recontest. He supported somebody who didn't win. But, that's history. Even he himself, the truth of the matter is this. I am going to toe a particular line that may shock a lot of people this morning. When that crisis was happening then, I felt for him. But another side of me felt like he knew what he was doing before he bargained with who he bargained with. If you are bargaining with the XYZ, when the XYZ now asks you to bring something, you shouldn't be shocked.
Okay. Can we bring it back now to what is going on in Rivers State? Is there a similarity?
There is similarity between the two.
Okay.
The only difference is that Fubara is not that known.
Okay. It's not popular.
Not that he's not popular. He has not really, gained ground.
Politically.
Okay. He's still cutting his teeth. Unlike the then former governor of Oyo State, now King, he was senator, he had been around for a long time, But for Fubara was a civil servant 23 years ago.
So that's his first shot.
That is not his undoing.
Okay.
His biggest undoing is that, unlike before, our judiciary is not doing well, in my opinion. Yes.
Why do you say the judiciary is not doing well?
Okay.
When we have a lot of cases, they have. Go ahead.
The truth of the matter is that no matter how fair or unfair a matter is, the court cannot make pronouncements on those particular cases until they come before the sitting judge or judges, as the case may be.
Okay.
But the Supreme Court of Nigeria did something totally unheard of.
Okay.
In my opinion, I believe that Fubara had already defeated Wike. He had defunct him. He has,
Why did you say so?
Castrated him.
Why did you say so?
He was in charge of Rivers State. Everybody who has a voice in Rivers State was supporting Fubara.
Okay.
And Fubara was even, Wike was looking at him, he was, disturbed, he was frustrated until the Supreme Court stepped in a manner that till this very present day I cannot understand. Cases that were still at the level of Federal High Court, cases that were still at the level of State High Court, cases that were still at the level of Federal Court of Appeal, Court of Appeal, were, pronounced upon by the Supreme Court. That is strange. It is novel. Cases that were not before the Supreme Court already were cases that the Supreme Court was giving verdict on.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say here is this.
Let's leave Fubara and Wike. Let's come back to our...
Okay.
Let's look at His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja as a businessman, because I learned he's into textile.
Yes. The Ankara that Baba loves to wear is not, I wouldn't say it's not out of simplicity, but it's actually
a marketing
strategy.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
That is that. He's also into movie stuff too.
Okay.
I don't know if you are aware.
Okay, movies.
Yes.
Transportation and agriculture.
This particular movie guy, Tunde Mainframe, he is one of the major financiers of Tunde Kilani.
Okay.
So, he is someone who has interests across the board.
So in a nutshell, he's one of those who are they employ Nigerians. He's not taking anything outside. He's one of those who believe in the country.
Yes.
And he's investing in the country.
He's investing his money in the country. System. Yes.
His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja is a businessman. He's into shipping, manufacturing, banking, agriculture, and transportation. And he's investing in Nigeria. If you look at his business tentacles all over the place, you discover that they are all domiciled in this country. So what does that tell you about him?
Well, like I said earlier, men of substances are not usually painted in gold. But when you scratch them, you know they are made of gold. That is kind of personality Obalajoja is. I give it to him. Unlike most of our other business mogul in the country,
or
monarchs in the country, they will have most of their businesses will be set up outside the country. A present lawmaker, I've forgotten his name now. He was brought to Channels Television some months ago, and the convener of the program was asking him, "Where do you have your business empire?" And he was able to, as he was proud to tell the convener that he has some of his businesses empire outside the country. That began to mention names. He began to mention names, and I was like, "Wow!"
That must have been Ojuzo Kalu.
Ojuzo Kalu, thank you very much. And he was even bold. He was even happy saying that. And
he literally controls the economy of Gambia,
as you can see. And Obalajoja is someone that his business empire resides here in Nigeria. That means he employs Nigerians,
yes,
paying their salaries and wages. That means he's adding up to the economy of the country through the payment of his tax to the government. And you can see that means he's also developing human capacity in his business, looking at his business empire. So that's the kind of person you can give it to him always. I never knew he was an engineer until yesterday when we were reasoning.
He was.
He has been an engineer.
Sorry, he is an engineer. I never knew. But
if I'm not mistaken, let me buttress you, sir. Around 10 years ago, I was speaking to one of his handlers, and that one told me that as of 10 years ago, that he directly employed over 2,000 people.
That's good.
Over 2,000 people.
Nigerians?
Yes, Nigerians.
Okay.
And secondly, like I can equate Obalajoja's standard to that of Dangote.
Okay.
In this regard, Dangote, I think 2 weeks ago, Dangote appointed over 24,000 drivers.
2,000.
Sorry.
The target is 4,000, but it's around 2,000 for now.
Okay, sorry, 2,000. Okay, 2,000 drivers. And he said he's going to be paying times 3 of the present minimum wage, which is 70,000 naira. That 70 times 3, that's 210,000 naira per month. That's outweighs the present minimum wage. You can see when you are doing that to your country, you are boosting the morale. You are cutting down the unemployment rate in the country.
You are adding value.
You are adding value to the country. That is the reason why I will always give it to Obaladoja. Because we need people like him. You can see his mindset. Like when he was asking president yesterday, he said he wants Ibadan to develop. That he wants Ibadan to rise among other countries, actually among other states in the country. He has passion.
Olaleko, what are expectations for now that His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewale Ladoja is on the throne? What are your expectations?
He said something that maybe this is what is going to take us to the next topic here. He said that part of his core targets is to reduce the use of narcotics in Ibadan. That every corner in our Agbole, that they are smoking, they are doing all sorts of things there, and that he is not comfortable with that. He said he knows that part of the reasons why such is happening is because these guys are unengaged. I don't want to say unemployed, unengaged. So he's going to find a way to engage them. If they know that they have to be somewhere by 6 a.m., they won't wake up and the first thing that will come to their mind is how to smoke or drink. That if he finds a way to engage them, that is going to go down a little. And also, he will be working with anti-narcotics agencies like the NDLEA to flush Ibadan of such acts. And, I so very much applaud that.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Penultimate Friday, I was in these areas. I was at Mapo, Ojaba, everywhere the other Friday. And I can see that it's a big problem.
Drug.
I know what I'm talking about. It's no longer hidden. I should tell you that the very first time I saw a lady smoke Indian hemp, it was on the road around that access. And these are the things he's saying that he wants to put an end to. And I applaud that because I understand the effects of narcotics.
Can we pick this call, please?
Please go
Hello?
ahead, sir.
Hello?
Hello, West Radio.
Yeah, good morning, George.
George calling back. Sorry.
You're welcome, sir.
I want to say here that His Royal Majesty Oba Ladoja is a man that is loved by every one of us. He has been so simple and he is free with the people. And he continues to do the right thing every time. I never knew that there are people who were not only grabbing land alone, but also taking over people's wives. For a king to speak on that thing, you know how that thing must have been affecting his mind. It's an evil thing for people to be doing that. And now that it's coming from somebody like Ladoja, I think people should stop it.
Okay.
So most of our people who are at the top edge of the country, they will not speak to such things. They will always look at minor things and they will be jailing people. But the major thing that is killing the spirit of the people, they will not talk about it.
Okay.
I'm happy he has been crowned as the Oba of Ibadan.
Okay.
And I pray that God will give him long life on the throne.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, George. There is something I want to say here, Olaleko. He said something that kings are not just to acquire wives.
Not just acquire wives.
Yes.
Also to snatch people's wives.
To snatch people's
that
wives.
Now it's about working for the society. He said that yesterday. I listened to his
Mario,
speech.
how do you see that statement?
You can
the
see
kings are not just to acquire wives or snatch people's wives.
You can see the
coming from His Imperial Majesty.
You can see the mindset of Oba Ladoja. In fact, I give him an applaud for that. You see, when he said that, made that statement yesterday, unlike some people, whenever they become an Oba,
they go
the
after
first thing
wives.
exactly. In Yoruba, they will say one besele. That means that means you take over the wife from the rightful owner, from the rightful husband. So you can see that this man has a different mindset about being an Oba. I think that is a very good one. And Oba Ladoja is someone that is very, very cool and is a genius. And a genius, very, very brilliant, a man. He's not a man of many words, but he's a man of action. And I want to believe, you are asking Mr. Lalekon a while ago, that what was his expectation. Ibadan is going to witness rapid development during this his tenure. Ibadan is going to develop so many businesses that have gone in the time past. I see them coming back in this time of Obaladoja because he's an industrialist. He's a man that knows how to how to set the pace. And the only prayer that I want to pray for Obaladoja, that God will give him good life and God will give him good health to see this all of his aspirations come to reality.
Okay, amen. Gentlemen, let's move down to this disturbing trend in the society right now because of His Imperial Majesty's the declaration that he will sanitize the abolays, the areas where these guys are smoking anything smokable. Now there is a wave of psychoactive substances in street corners, and they go with strange names like there is one now in the street, Suck and Die. Another one is Rubber Solution. Another one is Dead Man. Then the last one is Gelato. And these things our youth are hooked on this deadly cocktail of drugs. And thank God that His Imperial Majesty will wade into this. Now, how do we come to this level, Mr. Sani, especially this Suck and Die? Because that's the latest entrant. How do we? I was watching a video sometime. Colorado, some young people, they were sleeping on the street. How did we come to this? Is it that how should? What do we do?
The truth of it, you said that how did we get to this particular point?
Imagine this one, Suck and Die.
I would have loved to tell you two practical examples, but I may not be able to do that.
Just hold it, please. Let me call out the phone numbers again. In case you want to engage with us this morning on Roundtable, these are the numbers for you to call: 0916 893 1000, 0916 893 1000, 0915 334 893, 0915 334 893, 0911 333 893. These are the numbers for you to call this morning for you to join us on the Roundtable. And remember that whatever we are saying here this morning is for the betterment of our society. Imagine if our youths are taking Suck and Die. Somebody who will deliberately go and buy Suck and Die. Does he? What are we going to do?
It tells you that there's a lot of problems.
A lot of problems on the ground.
There are two right now that are flashing in my head. I may not be able to say everything step by step so as not to tell these boys how to do it.
No.
But one involves going into the pit latrine.
Yes.
And it's not there to do something. It's to go in there to do something with the human excreta.
Imagine.
Like, you can't begin to process that. And the other one is common gum, adhesive. I may not say how it's used, but can you imagine somebody getting high on adhesive?
On adhesive?
I mean, it's not making sense. The truth of the matter is that our youth today are not thinking straight. They want to be trendy, they want to be flashy, they want to be everywhere. And
can we hold on, please? Hello?
Hello. Good morning, West Radio.
Yeah, good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Tony Egba.
Okay.
I want to greet everybody in the studio there.
Okay, sir.
As well as congratulate our new Oba.
Okay, sir.
Oba Abdurrashid. Adewolu Ladoja.
Okay.
Baba Ibanya Tualara.
Amen.
Baba is unique and he's even the same with Biko Sheleri. Baba will do a lot of things in not only in Ibadan but in your state and Nigeria.
Okay.
He mentioned something again that I was interested yesterday.
Okay.
And that is even the urban renewal of Ibadan. Ibadan really need to be renewed. It will take care of a lot of things, a lot of atrocity even going in their ways, and even bringing modernity to Ibadan. Ibadan is a great city. And the same time, in developing area like in China, in Japan, and in some advanced countries, By the time a section of city spend like 50, 100 years, it is renewed. And I'm happy about the engineer that when he brings this on table and all the areas, Beyerukas or Ronyos, they wear new faces. And they will become the great street. And they'll be well planned now. Where water, light, and everything will get to all street and corner. Thank you very much. And this issue of narcotic you are discussing, and this is becoming a menace that everybody, every household, every man. One man was caught in yesterday, I saw it in the video, in the Delta area. The man was even using army truck. He painted, he branded the truck army truck, he carried guns, he used to carry cannabis from Delta State all over Nigeria. And he said he was the one who did it during even COVID stay at home so that they can have easy passage. It is not even among the youth. Even there's everybody that is going to university should have his brain tested. What about even anybody who is contesting for any national assembly or even local assembly must have his brain tested? Well done, Wesley.
Thank you very much, sir. This issue of drugs, it is alarming. And the consequences are enormous. What do we do? Because we are losing our youth.
Like the name says, suck and die.
Suck and die, yes. Imagine such a scary name.
In all seriousness, no sane human being would want to go near anything like that. And apart from that one, there are all sorts that we cannot even begin to mention their name. That when these boys, and even girls, when they are high on these things, they go in a trance. They are in one position, unable to move their hands, unable to move their legs. They just stay like they are a statue. I have seen that before. I have also seen an instance where somebody was high on something and this person became restless. He was running down the street, he was dancing in the gutter, he was hitting his head against the pole, he was, in fact, 12 people couldn't hold him. I have seen such.
Then why are they taking it?
That is what I cannot explain. Because in all seriousness, if you want to live a decent life, you want to be a normal human being, what you should engage what you should engage in are things that we would expect to support normal living, not what can kill you immediately, such that one is even labeled suck and die. We need to look beyond the fact that boys are now doing this.
Yes, are equally doing it.
No, what I'm trying to say is that, is it because they do not have any other thing to do? Or why exactly are they doing this? That is number one. Number two is this. I do not believe our laws are stringent enough as regards narcotics. You find a lot of people who a consignment worth 4 billion naira and the person will be sent to jail for just 2 years.
Okay, the issue of narcotics, what of those who supply this thing?
That is where I'm
what
going.
What do we do to them?
That is the point. If you are a user, let's not even start with them. Because if there is no supply,
there will not be any
there will be no use of these things. If you are a dealer, I think the least you should face is 25 years.
Because without them, we won't have these boys
because
coming for it.
They are destroying our future. Boys and girls who should plan and execute our future are now wasting away in the name of narcotics because some people want to make quick money. For me, the least penalty should be 25 years. Okay. And yes, if you are doing it like maybe the first, second time, maybe second time life.
Okay.
That's just it.
Bengamaru, His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja has said that he will clean up Ibadan when it comes to narcotics. How do you advise him to do this?
Before I go on, how do I advise him to do this? 3 weeks ago, I was going to Abeokuta on a Monday morning, 3 weeks ago. And I got to Omi, and I saw this uncommon odor. And I was like, very early on Monday morning, why is this? What is happening? And little did I know that as we are moving closer, NDLEA came to bust a drug syndicate. And the guy was arrested, and he was put at the back of a van, of the Hilux van. And actually it was, then somebody was telling me there that don't mind those people that came to arrest this guy. He said after a while,
he will come back.
They're going to release him. After if he's able to get some money to give to pay, that are going to release him. And I was like, wow, is this the kind of country we live in? Somebody who is selling something that can cause a kind of brain damage to those that are taking it. and the person will be released after a while, after he's able to pay some more money, and he continue with his business. And it happens again as well, like I think 3, 4. This is a very sure case that I even witnessed it, but I don't want to mention the names involved, of a particular school. The kids in that school, the teachers in that school, I know them very well. The kids in that school, the secondary school, they went to take, there's something they called, if I get to know the name, I remember the name, I will tell you. Gegemu, yes, they call it gegemu.
Gegemu.
Yes, gegemu. Gegemu is like just a plant that
it's a natural psychoactive. It's a plant.
Yes, just round like just an orange, very small in nature.
Green.
And
they are smoking.
By the time by the time you cut it like a lime, also we wear like a lime. By the time you cut it and you just take just a zip of it, even just a drop of it, the person is gone. And these student they went. And
it's common in this part and the north. It's not common in the area, so that's why you don't know
yes.
it. Okay. Especially in the north.
Okay.
And they took this gegemu. So one of the students, after taking the gegemu, one was behaving like as if he has run mad, and they were trying to run after him. Other one collapsed. There are 3 in number. The other one collapsed immediately, and they rushed him to the hospital. And when he got to the hospital, he was tied on the bed, and he was trying to free himself. And the third one ran into the bush, and some students ran after him, and they could not trace him. So their thought was that maybe he has gone to escape through another route. They got to know that the guy has died after 3 days.
Inside the bush.
It was when a farmer was going to the farm, and he saw a dead body in school uniform, and he needed to alert the school authority, and they came and they were like, "This is the boy we've been looking for," and the guy died. So I don't know what our younger youth, what they are deriving from taking this suck and die of a thing. You hear the name of, when you suck it, you are going to die, and you are taking it. Even I'm coming when these are smoking cigarettes, they always write on it, smokers are liable to die young, and people still try to take it. I don't know. See, there is a trend that is going on social media. I don't know if you have come across that, of a lady called Mandy Rose.
Yeah, he said
he said he wants to sleep with 100 men. I want to break world record.
Guinness Book.
And the thing is that the thing that came to mind is that is she in a normal state of mind?
Okay.
What are our youth going to those devilish acts? And I want to if you are youth out there and you are listening to me, please, I want to implore you, don't take anything called hard drugs. It will ruin your life. It will not take you to anywhere.
Okay.
I want to implore you, please, play safe and never you take anything called alcoholic.
Okay, we'll do something. We'll pray them off. We'll pray them off. Let's.
Until I man, who art Babylon and his wickedness and his wicked ways? For I, Rasta, and the sons of Israel and daughter of Zion to be mindful of. Why worry about them when we can pray them off? Leave them before the eyes of Jah. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? We have got lots of things to do. Why worry about them when we can pray them off? Take your burden to Jah. Why worry about them when we can pray them off? There's no need to sit down, crying yourself to a frazzle, resting your hands on your jaw, telling and showing the world that you are considering. And from the time you know you're doing nothing wrong before the eyes of Jah Rastafari, then there are lots of things you can sit and talk with Jah about. Don't worry. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? The longest liver will see the most. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? If at all you're being forsaken by your mother. Daddy don't want to see you around the house because of your dreadlocks at all. But if then before the eyes of Jah you know you're doing nothing that is wicked to your brothers and sisters, then you know you're free within yourself, free to love one another. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? Lord, why worry about them when we can pray them off? Every day you get up, sit down, fretting yourself, slender like a thread. Aye. And the features of a duppy doesn't lie in the coffin, but it lay on you. Don't do that, no time for that. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? Brothers and sisters, why worry about them when you can pray them off? If at all you're being forsaken by your mother, Daddy don't want to see you around the house because of your dreadlocks at all. But from deep within you know you've got sweet love in your hearts for her. All you've got to do is muscle up and give thanks and praise. Hear me when I say it. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? Why worry? Why worry? Why worry about them when you can pray them off? There's no need for that. Why worry about them when you can pray them off? Sad, sad, the bitter wail. Why worry about them when you... And tell I, man, who art Babylon and his wickedness and his wicked ways? For I, Rasta, and the sons of Israel and the daughter of Zion to be mindful of. Why worry about them?
Oh yes, we'll pray them off. Why worry about them? We'll pray all these things off from Oyo State because the lives of our children are in danger. Before we go on, Olaleko, you were saying something about suck and die. How do we... You see, we are talking about those who sell the things, those who are selling it. I'm coming. There was a woman who said that the problem is not even the children.
Okay.
Those who sell these things, when they are arrested, you see them. Maybe 1 week or 2 weeks back. And Benga Mario has just said the same thing. Why is it that when they are arrested...
I was listening to a particular radio station. Okay. And it was this radio station. Yeah. And somebody phoned in to say that, the agency of government in charge of narcotics is also guilty because sometimes they raid a particular location, 1-2 weeks, you see the person they are arrested back. It tells you clearly that the motive is not to sanitize the system.
The motive is to make money.
Is to drain the...
Extort those people.
And if that is the case, I'm not cursing, but the matter is only going to get worse.
Okay, so what are we going to do?
We need to find a way to hold NDLEA responsible even more than they are currently responsible. I know that they are doing one or two things, but I mean, that may not be enough. That's number one. Number two is that the laws of the country governing narcotics are not stringent enough, like I said. How can you catch somebody with... I was going over a particular case and I read a particular individual was caught with 7 million pills of a particular psychoactive material. I don't want to say the name. And the person was given just 2 years.
Imagine.
And the financial value of what he was caught with was around 5 billion or so. Somebody was going to make 5 billion off the huge misfortune and disaster of a lot of youth, and you're giving that person 2 years. That's ridiculous. The minimum, in my opinion, should be 25. If you are a dealer, 25. If you are caught again, and depending on the gravity, if you are selling maybe, let's say, 100 pills, 25. If it's above 1,000, let's say 1,000, it should be life because you are a mass killer.
Okay. We'll be right back on another segment, but let's just pay our bills because we have a lot to talk this morning. This drug issue is really not... we are going to look at it from several angles because, thank God, His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja has waded in. He said he was going to sanitize the Abule, not only Abule, all over Ibadan and Oyo State as a whole. We'll be right back after this.
Duppy doesn't lie in the coffin, but it lay on you. Hey, don't do that. No time for that.
Efile Emayikuro, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Nibe Gongon Lewa.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
Hope and Restoration Hour.
Jesus is taking care of me.
I don't know who is listening to me out there. Maybe you two, you are saying, I know I'm not where I should be. You have dreams, you have ideas, but for some reason, you have challenges. You will obtain mercy in the name of Jesus.
Join Evangelist Lillian Badimosi on this channel, Wells Radio 89.3 FM, every Sunday at 2 p.m. as she and her partners dig deep into the scriptures to unravel the truth that sets the captives free, brings hope to the hopeless, and restores restores them back into the plan and purpose of God for their lives.
There are times you feel boxed and it's like this is shame staring me in the face. Sometimes marital issues. Your children are probably not doing well in school. Your in-laws are probably frustrating you. You don't need to understand how it's going to happen. God does not have to walk through the process you know.
Don't miss Hope and Restoration Hour with Evangelist Lillian Badimosi at 2 p.m. this Sunday and every Sunday on West Radio 89.3 FM. God bless you as you listen.
I know He's taking care of me.
Ìbàdàn àti agbègbè rẹ̀ ẹ kú àmójúbà ètò àánú lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí láti iléeṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ God's Word Harvest Tabernacle lórí Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìyànjú, ìṣínilétí, ìmúlọ́kànlé àti ìgboyà eléyìí tí ó máa dé sétí ìgbọ́ yín ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àìkú Sunday láàrin agogo 7 kù ìṣẹ́jú 15 sí agogo 2 àárọ̀ ìṣẹ́jú 15 gbáko látẹnu ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run alààyè Reverend G.O. Ògúndáre. Ẹ pàdé ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run alààyè ẹni tí kìí fi òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run sábẹ́ ahọ́n sọ lọ́jọ́ Sunday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí láago 7 kù ìṣẹ́jú 15 sí aago 2 àárọ̀. Kájọ mu omi ìgbàlà lẹ́nu ikọ̀ àti ìríjú Olódùmarè. Àánú lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí lọ́jọ́ Sunday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí àjọ máa gbọ́ ni.
On this station, West Radio 89.3 FM, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., a new program, Capstone Capsule, comes to you, featuring the anointed servant of God, Venerable Johnson Olutayo Bolanle Kehinde, as he ministers the word of God according to scriptural principles and divine precepts. Joining Venerable J.O.B. Kehinde on the program, Capstone Capsule, is a well-known teacher of the word, Reverend Professor Adetukumbo Ilesomi. You cannot listen to these two anointed men of God and have your life remain the same. So, tune in every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. for life transforming, repositioning, and restoring messages on the program, Capstone Capsule, with Venerable J.O.B. Kehinde on this station, West Radio 89.3 FM. Your story must change in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Hey there! Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Oh yes, glad to know that you've now moved the dial from 89.3 FM, Wells Radio, your number one family radio station in the whole of Oyo State and even beyond. In case you're an advertiser, you want to sell something, you have a product, you want to get across to Oyo people, Wells Radio 89.3 FM is your best bet because we cover Oyo State like umbrella. Whatever you want to pass across to Oyo people, they love us, they trust us for better information, and we entertain, we inform Oyo people, on a very large scale. And this morning on Roundtable, reaching you from number one family radio station, your preferred wholesome radio station this morning, 89.3 FM, Wells Radio, located in Oluwele Estate, Alafi Avenue. On Roundtable this morning, we have talked about the coronation, all hail King Ladoja. And we are disturbed about the wave of psychoactive substances crawling all over our cities across the country, coming with strange names, scary names like Sock and Die, which is the latest entrant, Rubber Solution, Dead Man, and Gelato. All these things are weaponed against our youths, and we are talking about ways to wage war against these drugs, because if you lose the younger population, there will be no country. And thank God, His Imperial Majesty Oba Ladoja has said that he will clean up Oyo State or Ibadan, beginning with the Abole areas of this ancient city. Gentlemen, let's move to retinue of aids by our elected office holders. What do they know? What do they need retinue of aids for? Imagine a member representing a particular constituency having 64 aides, comprising special advisors, senior special assistants, and ward liaison officers. What do we need them for? That's number one. The second one is, let's tie it with 20 governors borrowing again. Does it mean that the question down this morning, let me start from Megamaru. Are the aids not too much of a burden for the economy to carry? Because imagine, it's like some of them even have aids that will carry their portfolio, the aids that will carry your biro, the aids that will carry your water bottle in case you want to deliver speech. Because we see these things. Does it mean this man cannot carry his biro? Does it mean he cannot carry his diary? What is the essence of all this?
That is the reason why I always say it, that in my own opinion.
Yes,
though,
what's your opinion?
That
do we need the aids?
Democracy is not truly being practiced in Nigeria.
What are we practicing?
We are just practicing a kind of a system of government where we have a leader and we have the sub-leaders and everything just going on straight. But democracy is out of it. And in a country whereby democracy is not being practiced, you can't get the dividend of democracy. How will in the normal scene you having aides that they are some of them they are not doing anything in the office? I posted something in the platform a while ago. In Abeokuta, in a particular local government, a councillor, a common councillor, is having 8 aides. A councillor,
chief of staff,
8
chief of staff, and he's having 8. Yes,
sir. A councillor having a chief of staff.
A councillor having a chief of staff.
That?
Okay. A councillor.
SSC mobilization, SSC politics.
No, but gentlemen, let's be honest with ourselves. Don't you think that this man is trying to help us reduce unemployment?
Reduce unemployment. What is the work of those aides? What are they doing? What are they adding up to the economy? What are they adding up to development of the country? What are they adding up? Of course, nothing. Some of them they are just been appointed just to compensate them politically, just for compensation. In Adamawa, in the course of the week, in Adamawa, the wives of local government, 20 local government chairmen in Adamawa, they sent their wives 21. They sent their wives to abroad. They sent their wives abroad,
Turkey,
Istanbul, to go and leadership
training,
for a training that will be based on how they can assist their husband.
They tagged it leadership training.
Training, and the training was just to assist their husband on how they are going to have a safe landing while in office.
Okay.
The local government chairman, coupled with the state government, they fund their traveling to Istanbul.
Okay.
Just on what you can see the wastages.
Okay, but wait, don't you think that the wives need this leadership training in order to steer the ship of the local government, to help their husbands to steer the ship of the local government?
Let me ask you this question. Is there any office known by our constitution as the office of the wife of the local government chairman? Of course, no. See, in this country, I don't know why it's called wastage of the highest order. What is the role of the wives in ensuring that their husband are governing well in their local.
But if the home is not at peace, do you think the man will govern well?
It's a different ball game entirely, sir. Okay. It's a different ball game. This is politics. This is governance, in which your wife is not. She has little or nothing to contribute to the governance of. The only thing your wife could do for you is to help you cook for you and help you in the other room, as the former president said.
Okay, Olaleko Sani, don't you believe that the wives of local government chairmen are important in running local government? Because if the home is not well ordered, do you think the local government chairman can do anything?
Thank you.
Because they took them to Istanbul, Turkey, for leadership training, special leadership training. Don't you think it's going to help the local government chairman to concentrate, and also the women will add to their wealth of experience on leadership to their husband?
The God that opened the door of today will forgive you. Now let's go. Let's go into this conversation. If you are holding an office, be it public or otherwise, your first advisor should be your spouse.
Okay.
But in an unofficial capacity.
In unofficial capacity?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that person does not have an official role as long as that office is concerned.
But they can still advise you.
Of course. When you are confused and you feel like, that is why I always ask people to get married to people who are at least as smart as them.
Okay.
When you find it difficult to, crack a nut,
your wife can help
you share it with your wife or your husband as the case may be.
Don't you think that's why the woman went on leadership training?
No. There is no room for that. Okay. In the office where the wife is working, did they ask the wife or husband, as the case may be, to bring their spouse so that they can sponsor them on a joint trip to wherever in the world? Of course not. We are doing this because it's public funds. And that is shameful. That is embarrassing, because there are a lot of things we need to do. We need to get done with public funds. But instead of doing that, 2 months ago, it was the turn of the chairman. The chairman went to the same Turkey. 2 months after, it's the wives. And I believe it's sponsored by the state government.
Okay.
And it's a way to keep their mouth shut. Money should be going to the local governments directly. But our gun is still fighting that battle till today. And they don't want the chairman to raise dust. So, go and enjoy in Turkey. 2 months after, ask your wives to go and enjoy in Turkey. This, vis-a-vis that of a retinue of aids and even borrowing, let's hit the nail on its head. I put the blame at the door of the president.
Why do you blame the president?
When the head is rotten, forget about the body. There is nothing, there is not one of these three that the president himself is not guilty of.
Okay.
He is, in fact, cut and paste guilty.
So they are copying from him.
That is it. Glorifying the office of the wife. I should tell you that there is no law in Nigeria that recognizes the wife
of the president,
of anybody holding public office. But when this president came on board, he told us in his first budget, in fact, not even a main budget, supplementary budget in 2023, that he would be using 1.5 billion naira belonging to us as Nigerians to buy cars for his wife. That's a crime against the people of Nigeria. That is number one. Talk of traveling. I was going through even if it's 1 kobo that gets out of the pocket of Nigeria, there is a channel through which you can check it. And they said that they went to, arrange money so that the wife of the president can travel. She wanted to go to Paris, France, Mozambique, and maybe one other country then. And it was serious money funded by us. It is wrong. It should not be. That's number two. You can, connect that with what is happening in Adamawa today. Let's now talk about retinue of aids. In all seriousness, the last functional president that we had, he functioned well, and that was Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. He had just one media head, Segun Adeniyi, just one media head. There was a certain time that the current president had 13 aides on media alone. Media alone, 1, 2, 3, up to 13. So, can you now blame the councillor in Ogun State? You cannot blame him. Let's now talk about borrowing. You said governors are borrowing despite making 2, 3, 4 folds of what they used to make.
Yeah, somebody said that this man representing
Panshin,
Kanke, and Kanam, he said it on a national television that when there was no subsidy, some states were receiving 4 billion. But now,
when there was subsidy,
yes, they are now receiving from 10 to 12, 14 billion.
Yes.
And he now,
it's even more than that. Sir.
Yes. And he now asks, why is it that Nigerians and state assemblies are not asking questions? How will they?
No, sincerely, I'm trying to filter my mouth right now.
So where will they?
Because I do not have good words for that particular clown.
Okay.
He is in the House of Reps, is he not?
He's there. He's there.
Is he asking questions as regards to what the president is borrowing?
And he himself has 64 aides.
And he's asking why Nigerians are not asking. See, the truth of the matter is that these people are sick in the head.
He has 64 aides, comprising special advisors, senior special advisors. But can you help us make sense out of this? 64 special advisors, senior special assistants.
As a member of House of Reps.
Yes, as a member of the House of Reps.
Recall a while ago when I think a senator came to the Red Chamber and came with his 22 wives or thereabout, trying to showcase their wives.
No, it was Adodogua, and the immediate past deputy speaker. He had the majority leader. He came to the floor of the house with his 4 wives.
4 wives and how many children?
22 children and still counting. He said, 22 and still counting in his words. And somebody asked him why he brought the 4 wives. He said that so that people will know that he's a strong man.
He's capable of being in power.
And the bills to be taking, the bills for him to be running the house, he'll be paid by who? By the government. And the question that comes to mind is that how can a man in his right senses having 64 aides is not done anywhere? That's the reason why I told you are not practicing. This is not democracy. This is not what Awolowo fought for. This is not what Abiola fought for. This is not what our nationalists fought for. You can see what is, like I always ask, what is the work and duty of those 864 in numbers? And they be on payroll, funded by the government. The office that does not even exist. I think it is high time the present administration try to cut down expenses of political office holder. Like you can see what Mr. President was saying yesterday at the inauguration of Baladeja. He said, Nigeria, I can feel your pain. He said, we remove the subsidy, and I can feel your pain. And the question that I want to ask is that, is Mr. President actually truly feeling the pain and the groanings and the yearnings of we Nigerians? If I want to buy a bag of rice now, I have to rack my brain.
No, let me even comment at this particular point. He said the pain that we felt was because of a surgery that he had to do, and that he is glad to tell us now that the economy has turned the corner. I mean, nothing is farther from the truth than that. And he said something some time ago when Nigerians were talking about him cutting the cost of governance. And he said that ministers will no longer use more than 3 vehicles. I have seen many ministers, using sir. Even the president himself told a lie. And when the president is lying, just know that the system is gone. He said that nobody will be on an aircraft except that the person has a big role to play at the venue they are going to. He brought his son to Ibadan yesterday. I mean, what was the duty of that boy at the event yesterday? Was he the one to place the crown on the head of Ibadan? These are things he said. He said that I am going to cut governance cost. Nobody's going to be on a plane with me except that person has a role to do that. I mean, we have seen the son at venues where national policies have been formulated. I was looking at this video not too long ago, and it was, at the Federal Executive Council meeting. Doing what?
Sorry, let me also come in regarding that. See, I watched the convoy of Mr. President when he was coming for the coronation yesterday, and I was counting the vehicle, SUV's vehicle, rolled up, ACs of those cars were turned on, and when I counted up to 50, I lost the count. As at yesterday, the entourage, the vehicles that were coming, SUVs that were coming before we had the governor, before we had the president himself. And see, he said yesterday, like what Mr. Sonny said. He said Nigeria, he understand that we went through a surgery process. And let's look at a man who went on surgery operation. If you go on surgery operation, after the operation, you'll be given an analgesic to heal up that wound. And after a while, you'll be given attention by a medical doctor, qualified one as that. You'll be given an analgesic and you'll be attended to from time to time. And now Mr. President was telling us that he understood the surgery process we went through. Was any other analgesic given to us?
We are giving palliative. We are not giving palliative.
Yeah, no, I was given 10 billion.
No,
I was not giving anything. Nobody. See, I'm coming.
The analgesics you talked about is palliatives.
Palliative in what form?
Mr. Mario, please, Mr. Mario, please calm down.
Don't let me lose it.
Mr. Mario, calm down, sir.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Revert the question back to the person who asked you the question. Did he get any palliative?
No, but the federal government.
Let's forget about no.
Yes, thank you very much.
The federal government gave palliative.
Did you get palliative? No, let's not even talk about palliatives. Did you get palliative?
Well, I cannot tell you here whether I got palliative, but they gave us palliatives. Wait, humanitarian, they shared the 25,000 to different families.
Do you have database of those that got the money?
Let me tell you something. The very first thing you to understand is that people who need that type of money, 25,000, and don't even have bank accounts. That is number one. Even for those who have bank accounts, have you come across an individual face to face who told you that I know somebody who met somebody who knew somebody who got that 25,000? The president said he spent 4.5 trillion in the name of palliatives. I can tell you that
he gave order. If palliatives did not get to the people, is it the fault of the president?
Yes, it is the fault of the president.
Okay, this will be a discussion for another day because
let's not go there. Let's not even go there because we start.
People are hungry in this studio.
Yes,
so that people don't beat you up in this studio.
Let's not even go there at all. But God will give us the grace to surpass whatever comes our way.
Okay, thank you very much, Benga Mario and Olaleko Sani. For joining me this morning.
Sorry, I have something to say.
Okay,
please
say something.
I want to make a passionate appeal to Governor Seyi Makinde, His Excellency, Engineer Seyi Makinde. Okay. If you are going from Apata, going towards Omi, after this Danda, what is the name of this? They call it Odo Jamoje. After that Odo Jamoje, there is a bend. After that bend, there is a massive.
Is it close to the rail track?
To the way?
Rail track, the old one.
No. After it, not closer to the old track. I think from after Lade, from Apata. Okay. After Lade, before you get to a particular place station called, that's how it will be. I don't want to mention the name. Let me say Bovas. Before Bovas, there is this pothole on the road there, where each time I'm going to walk, because I work in Ogun State and I'm driving down, there will always be an hold up. This road has gone haywire. It has dilapidated, and some vehicles in the course of the week, just this week, the engine got the oil in the engine got speed out because the
car hit the floor.
Sorry, the road was so deep, and I want to call on Ido local government chairman as well. So as a matter of urgency, please help us to fix that road, and it's causing heavy hold up. And just last week, Just last week, a car broke down in that and Hilux broke down on that particular road, and it caused an hold up for over 30 minutes.
Mr. Just Mario, let me just come in at this particular point. You are talking to the wrong people, sir. That road is a federal road.
I know.
Talk to the president.
Okay, it's the federal road.
Yes.
Okay, so Benga Mario.
Seyi Makinde is collecting a lot of money, but he's not collecting money to fix that road.
Okay.
Talk to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Dave Umahi. Those are the people who are collecting money.
They won't come to fix it. Okay. You can only appeal to our governor.
Don't worry, Benga Mario. I will help you to carry on the appeal. This is where we draw the curtain on today's roundtable, reaching you from #1 family radio station. Wells Radio at 9.3 FM. Thank you for coming, Olaleko Sani.
It is always an honor to be here.
Benga Mario, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. God bless Nigeria.
Long live His Imperial Majesty Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja. May your reign usher in prosperity in Ibadan and Oyo State as a whole. I remain yours sincerely, Chukwuemeka Munachiso. Next Saturday, God willing, I will come your way again.